think you weren't coming, Master.
Good.
Join me. Together we can rule the galaxy far from sun.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Hello there, Space Wizards, Plastic Spacemen, and Rebel Princesses. This is Todd Hoffman and Trent Hoffman, and you're listening to Big T and Little T, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 106. Today we're talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi, part 5. I can't believe it's already happening, but it's happening right now. And unfortunately, Trent couldn't join me today, so Little T's out of it. But hey, if you want to catch Little T a little bit more, we're streaming a little bit more over the summer. So definitely check us out at Big T Little T. That's twitch.tv/Big T Little T. And we just started Fortnite, so we're playing that. So that's super fun. Over the weekend, last Saturday, I took my dad and my brother-in-law, Ben and Trent, and we went to see Dominion, Jurassic World Dominion. So Trent loved it. He absolutely loved it. I, on the other hand, I did enjoy it. It was fun having that experience with Trent, and just seeing dinosaurs on screen is fantastic. So a little spoilers, just spoilers. So if you haven't seen Jurassic World Dominion, put it on pause, fast forward a little bit, what you gotta do. But basically, I'll try, you know what, I'll do it non-spoiler. I'll just say that the movie Fallen Kingdom sets it up, and it's very similar to, I would say, Last Jedi, right? And so it kind of puts it on a pivot and says, okay, we're bringing the dinosaurs out of the island and put them in the United States, because there's kind of this black market for bioweapons that could be dinosaurs, and then they create this Indoraptor, right, that can target on lasers and all this stuff, right? Okay, cool. And then they got the girl that's a clone and blah, 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 blah. All right, great. So then what happens here with Dominion, it's literally the Rise of Skywalker. It basically doesn't do what Fallen Kingdom set out to do, and they talk about this world domination thing, and literally it's like the bumper we saw in the trailer. It's like this little bit where, like, you know, compies are like chasing a little girl, and there's like, you know, the big old fish dinosaur Methosaurus, whatever it is, or Mythosaurus, or whatever it is, grabs the, you know, Alaskan crab thing or whatever, and they do a little bit then, and that's it. There's no like Dominion, there's no like world building all across the world. It literally goes back to a different type of island, and how the main characters and the old characters come together. Though that's a fun little transition of like how they all get together, but at the end of the day, it's not Dominion. It's not about the world. It says nothing about how the dinosaurs interact with each other. And then the favorite scene of like the trailer where the T-Rex comes through the movie screen is not even in the film. It's crazy. It's very disappointing. Let's just put it that way. So if it's something, if you like Jurassic World and you like Jurassic Park, you gotta see it. But if we're looking at how you close out the franchise and how you land the plane or land the proverbial dinosaur, helicopter, or whatever you would, prehistoric, you know, pterodactyl or whatever, it doesn't land it. And it's like the same. I get the same feeling with the Rise of Skywalker. Like, they have all the right bits, they have the right people, right things, and then they just can't land it. And so, yeah, it's just very, very disappointing. So there you go. Trent has been playing with my G.I. Joes, and so we call them floppy legs. And so when a G.I. Joe, after a while, you know, the gut gets a little loosey and the legs start flopping. So we repaired some a while ago, and then I got more of these kind of like rubber bands, And so we repaired like 25 Joes, and now both Ellie and Trent are playing with GI Joes, which is fantastic. We got the bass going on. It's GI Joe all over the time, so that's been pretty cool as well. So let's just dive right into the main topic. Let's get to part 5 of Obi-Wan. So if you're familiar with the internet, the HoloNet here, there's been a theory that each of the episodes, each of the parts mirror what the first 6 did. And so if we're tracking with that, so like part 4 was Rescuing the Princess was very much like A New Hope. And so now part 5 would be your kind of Empire centric kind of episode, and it really was. It delivered. Pretty much action pack. So obviously the only recap you really need to know is like Lola is being tracked. She's a probe droid now instead of a cute little batteries not included thing. And so now you have this, how can I put it, saboteur in the possession, and then now they have a tracker. So we get a quick shot of Reva getting the infamous Grand Inquisitor, which is kind of interesting. So again, playing off that the original Grand Inquisitor is done. Now she's the new Grand Inquisitor. That's what she always wanted. Vader's like, get up, let's do it. Let's dispense with the pleasantries and let's get the job done. So they know they're on Jabin, I don't know, whatever. And they have, kind of this quiet moment, and we get all these refugees. They just came back. They're super excited that they got Princess Leia, but they're waiting for that transport because they gotta go. It's time to get these people out of here. Obi-Wan's like, we'll do whatever we want. Bail sends him a message and says things he shouldn't say over the holonet. Come on, Bail. He mentions the boy and Tatooine, blah, blah, blah. And, it's like, come on, bro. So right away, before they get going, the old Lola disables the bay doors, and they're locked in. So now they know that the Imperial Star Destroyer is there. It's not looking good. Obi-Wan's like, we just have to make a stand. It very much seems like The Last Jedi and Crate, and just like we gotta make a stand and just stall for time, right? So that's the plan. Leia is there's a, how can I put it, like a little maintenance hatch that she's gonna help out and try to get the controls done because no one get in there. She's small enough. It's very much like Baby Yoda and Mandalorian, which is a nice little touch. So she's kind of working on that. And here comes Reva with a bunch of stormtroopers, man. We got purge troopers, we got stormtroopers. We got some stormtroopers with some backpacks. I don't know if those are sand troopers or heavy weapon troopers. I gotta go back on the replay and check it out. But yeah, it's awesome. It's looking great. They got a whole squadron there. Reva, they do this kind of nice little, center row thing. Reva comes down and fire and blows this thing up. So we're trying to get through the blast doors. Very similar to The Last Jedi, but on a little smaller scale. So they're blowing up the door, and basically, Obi-Wan's like, we gotta stall. We just got to stall. And so I'll go up there and talk to Reva, and yeah, it's super, super, super cool. He realizes that Reva, the only way she would know that he's Anakin Skywalker is if she was at the Jedi Temple. So he makes the correlation, like, you were there, you saw people slaughtered. We get a couple flashbacks there with Reva in the Jedi Temple, and we see Anakin, and it looks like she gets stabbed by Anakin. So there's a little vendetta going on there. Obi-Wan basically says, hey, let's not, she doesn't take it. She didn't take the bait. Like, we could take him down together. She's like, no way, dude. And she stabs the door Qui-Gon Jinn style, right through the door. And so they kind of breach the door. They keep on falling back. Taylor and Ned B are there. They're trying to do their thing. We got a thermal detonator. Ned B, may he rest in peace, sacrifices himself. And then bada bing, bada boom, we got this. Taylor has a thermal detonator. She blows everybody up. The stormtroopers are like, ah. So now Vader's coming down. Vader's like, bro, Reva, get out of the way. Let me do my thing. And this is just pure Vader. Now, obviously, I should preface like a cold open to Coruscant, and we have Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting. It's so cool. Except they forgot one thing. They didn't de-age Anakin. What the heck? You have all this technology. You did it with Luke and Book of Boba Fett, and they couldn't do a little de-wrinkle on old Hayden. Hayden looks great. Ewan looks great, but it's just a little off. And even Trent was like, he looks old. I was like, yeah, they just didn't tweak it enough for me. But it's great. They have this great fight, super awesome fight. But then it shows that Anakin's always trying to win, and Obi-Wan proves that's not always the case, and that's not the end game. And it plays into where Anakin's frustrated and says to Padme, he's holding me back, all that kind of stuff, because he doesn't feel Anakin's ready. That plays into later when Vader's there, and he's just so hell-bent on looking for Obi-Wan. So Obi-Wan gives himself up, and basically they have like a squadron that basically is holding them in the cell, in the kind of holding doors of this resistance or rebels base. And then Obi-Wan takes him out, boom, 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 and now Vader's just like on a warpath. It's just him. He's going after him. And then we get the vintage Vader just going to town. He grabs the spaceship out of the air. You're like, yeah. And he rips the door open, and there's nothing there. They had another ship that took off right after that. Bada bing, bada boom. They're out. And so Vader's mad, and it kind of goes back to the flashback again. And it's like, oh my gosh. So now Reva takes her mark and tries to destroy Vader. Very cool sequence there where Vader's using the Force, stopping the lightsaber with his hands. It's fantastic. Then she doesn't make it, and then Vader's got double lightsabers, and blah, blah, boom, boom, boom. She gets stabbed, and then who shows up? The Grand Inquisitor. Bada bing, bada boom. But now Reva is crawling on the ground in haste of leaving the transmitter that Bale had, and then we get this kind of garbled. Reva sees this garbled like, "Hey, Tatooine boy," blah blah blah. Obi-Wan feels that in the Force, and it's like, oh my goodness, what is happening here? So now we have that going on, and yeah, it sets it up for a really good finale. Obviously, now we're going to get back to Tatooine and Luke. We're finally going to see Aunt Beru, and if everything tracks, I'm still on my prediction that Qui-Gon Jinn will show up as a Force ghost in part 6, episode 6. Please, please, please. It'll just be like Return of the Jedi. Be fantastic. Maybe we'll get a couple Ewoks. Who cares? It's going to be great. So, I really, really enjoyed this episode. Trent and I gave it a very nice, slow clap, and just like, this was good. It was just good seeing vintage Vader. Very similar to Rogue One hallway scene. We get to see Vader in action, which was, we didn't get to see as much of his rage and, all that kind of stuff. And then really it shows, again, how anger short-sides you from the bigger picture sometimes. You're so laser focused on that one thing. And I think that's a really good, lesson, I would say, and just how you if you're so hell-bent on something, that could definitely play into it, and like it could hinder you from seeing a bigger picture or seeing it from a different perspective. So yeah, it was a cool light lesson. I love Anakin so much. Love Darth Vader. It's so cool. And basically, we get Luke at the end. We get Luke sleeping in the bed, and it just kind of shows that like something is coming and it gonna get crazy. So again, one episode left. I feel like Reva is gonna find a way to survive the lightsaber bowl and try to make one more stand. She's not gonna go back to Grand Inquisitor and Darth Vader. That's already dead. But she might have a vendetta and trying to with the Jedi and just try to take out Luke. I'm not sure. I know we're gonna get Bail and Leia reunited. Hopefully that will free up Obi-Wan to get back. And it's interesting trying to figure out where Darth Vader fits in this. If how are we going to see one more confrontation with Darth Vader and Obi-Wan? It's hard to tell. They are releasing Obi-Wan in theaters. If you look at the run times and the show times, shout out to 97 Bravo. He says it looks like it could be 92 minutes. So maybe it's 92 minutes. Be cool. I don't know. It's something to think about. But yeah, that is the episode, part 5. Wow, so good. This is one of my favorite, and I felt too, Moses Ingram. I thought this was one of her better performances. I really thought she was been stiff in the last couple episodes, but really, really good in this. I thought Obi-Wan, everything was great. Everything was great. So there you have it. Now, of course, we're in episode 106, so we're doing What's Happening When in Star Wars history in 2006. So prequels end in 2005. We think it's over. And then in 2006, one of the cool things is Star Wars Legacies is dropped from Dark Horse. And this is kind of the issue number 1 says the future of Star Wars with a red Sith Twi'lek on the cover. Super, super cool. So that is super fun. That is dropped in Star Wars. Trying to think. In 2006, January, Outbound Flight is dropped. That is a Timothy Zahn book. Very, very good. It goes back into history of it's almost kind of like Starlight Beacon of the new era with High Republic. But yeah, they have this huge Jedi excursion that goes back in time, and so it's kind of present tense and past tense. Really good book. I would totally check it out if you haven't. Timothy Zahn is the man. I'm trying to think of anything else that is coming out. That was Knights of the Old Republic 2 in February. Super killer game. Republic Commando 000, great book, dropped in February. Trying to think of anything else. Let's see here. Knights of the Republic was Knights of the Republic are Dark Horse. Sorry, not the video game. That's okay. It's fine. It's all good. Let's see what else. Anything else that is really good? Tag and Bink, Revenge of the Clone Menace, drops in April. Tag and Bink was a fun little thing that they did, a little spoof where these guys were everywhere and always in the wrong positions. It was just a fun little spoof. Technically they're in solo but not really used, but it was a good thing there. Let's see here. Try and think of anything else that was dropped that is noteworthy in 2006. Boba Fett, A Practical Man is dropped in August. Cool. Lego Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, dropped in September 2006. Yo, that is a fantastic game. Those levels were so ridiculously long, but so much fun. I think that's about it for... I'm trying to think of anything else that's dropping that looks good. Let me see, that was September. Anything October? No, November. Star Wars The Best of the PC. I have to see what that is. That might be like the Wii is launched in 2006. Really? Wow. It's been that long? Okay. And December, not too much going on there. Okay. Yeah, the Dark Horse series, the Legacy, that's a great series. That's super fun. great characters in that. I'm sure there's an omnibus out there. You definitely have to check that out. So yeah, that is 2006. Again, the start of another dark time between 2005 and 2015. So only 10 years. But 2006, now you see, again, that publishing for the books and the comics, that's where the futures is. And so for right now, Dark Horse was really kind of leading that charge, which is kind of cool. So there you have it, another episode 106 in the books. You can find us on the socials, Big T Little T Podcast on Instagram, BLILT Podcast on Twitter, and twitch.tv/Big T Little T. Hey, we really need your help there. If you're already subscribing on the socials, go to Twitch, give us a like, give us a follow. That would really help, and again, especially on YouTube, we really appreciate if you just follow us there. It'd be great to get to 100 subscribers. That's our goal right now. And again, just trying to build up some followers on Twitch as well. And hey, we got stickers, man. If you got you comment, tweet, rate us on Apple Podcasts, send us a screenshot of the review or read on the air. We'd love to send you some swag. We also got an email, bigtlittlepodcast@gmail.com. That's where you can find all the cool stuff. And well, not all the cool stuff. You send us some cool stuff. We'll answer that question and throw some swag too. Hey, if you can't remember any of that, just go to bio.link/bigtlittlet. Got all your links there. Find all our information there. Next week, can't believe it, season finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Part of me feels like there's a lot to sum up, but at the same time, it'd be cool just to end it. I mean, I'd love to see a season 2, but at the same time, it's like, maybe we should just keep it at one season. You never know. Who knows? Could be cool. Could be fun. I don't know. All I want to see is Qui-Gon Jinn. That's pretty much it. That's the bottom line. Will I be disappointed if Qui-Gon Jinn doesn't show up? Yes, I will be. It's just I got my sights set on that. I just want it so bad. So, but anyways, now remember, truly wonderful the mind of the child is, and may the force be with you always. Bye. See you later. Bye.
What is it?
He expects me to surrender. He knows I'll do everything I can to protect these people.
Are you gonna fight without a weapon?
There are other ways to fight.
When he left, I played dead. They were the only family I knew, and he slaughtered them.
You're not serving him, are you? You're hunting him.
Do you really want Anakin dead? Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you save us?
Test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2. Here we go. Obi-Wan Kenobi.